find what
Alright guys,
feels
today
like play to you, but looks like
finished
work
up an
to others.
account. I want to let you
So
see
it
the
looks like
results
work
real
to
quick
them,
if I can.
but to you it feels
So
like
today
play.
started off
It's
good.
not work. So you're gonna outcompete them because you're
Had
doing it
a few
effortlessly.
good
You're doing it
trades,
for
and then
fun.
it
They're
kind of
doing it for
started going
work. They're doing it for
downhill,
some byproduct.
and then it
To
went
you, it's
back
art,
uphill.
it's
So
beauty, it's
let's
joy,
see if we can get
it's
into it here.
flow,
See if I can get
it's
into it.
fulfilling.
So took a fefew trades last night: $10, $34, $110, lost a $32 trade, $47 win, $50 win, $228 win, and then last night I was up like 204. Came back this morning, you can see here at 9:39 a.m. $50 win, 228 win, a $200 win, and then I took a loss for 640. Small wins, grinding myself back out of that 640 because I was a little bit down on the day, probably $100. Had a $610 win, a $500 loss real quick. Didn't have my bracket set up correctly. Grinded that back. Then my last win on the day was $1,340, 360 bucks, and $238. So finished the account. Account sitting at 53, 53,300 right now. Kind of give you some ideas on what I looked at today while I was trading. Let's get into it. Let's get into it real quick. So here we are. All right. So earlier today and this is how I got tripped up and took a few losses. The ATR was just too high on the day. The direction of my trades were always right, but the ATR was high, and I had too much size to hold before my stop loss and validation, and that's something that you have to pay attention to. Pay attention to ATR. I was paying attention to it earlier. Earlier today, it was slow, and then it just sped up out of nowhere. So same play that we did yesterday. Yesterday we did this right here, this 1 hour liquidity play, the 1 hour liquidity low of yesterday. So today we opened up within that 1 hour liquidity, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look real quick. Well, actually, it's on my other chart. You can't see that chart, guys. So yeah, today we opened up within yesterday's 1 hour liquidity zone, and we created a new 1 hour liquidity zone. So earlier today, the new 1 hour liquidity zone I was playing was in between this one. So it was right around here, the 1 hour liquidity for this morning. I took a couple bounces off of it. It broke out of it, waited for it to come back down, try to take a trend continuation bounce. This is the trade right here, was my first $600 loss. As you can see on this trade, the read was right. I took a short, but the ATR had spiked up quite considerably. Um, and that was a pretty large size candle right here. Um, but it went down for about 200 ticks, but I had too much size on, and I got out, right around here when I should have just held it to the invalidation at the top. I would have been done on that trade because I was already up like 600, 700 on the day, and that one trade would have had me done. So I'd have been up like 1,500 on the day. I'd have needed like 500 more dollars to complete the account. So price came back down to this area. I started taking some bounces off the 1 hour liquidity in here. Um, and eventually the last trade, I took this trend continuation trade here, this bounce, thinking it was gonna break through the 1 hour liquidity. It didn't really bounce. It didn't really break through it, but it was still like 100 tick trade. And then this last one right here, once I saw that price had engulfed this previous bearish candle with less volume, and then the next candle engulfed this previous candle with relative volume but more efficiency. That's when I got in, and I held it all the way up to this area right here. Then got out before the short squeeze back down. So that was a trade. That was a $1,300 trade that got me up on the day. So just wanted to keep you updated, guys. All right, peace out. I'll at you on the next one. If you're interested in, learning anything about trading, if you need a mentor, somebody to set your charts up. You know, all the indicators you see on the charts, the risk indicators here, you know, the order flow indicators. I know you can't really read them. You know, trend following indicator, you know, the dashboard up at the top. I know you can't really see it. I got it kind of hidden. Um, Let me know and I'll set your charts up for you. Also have a mentorship. You're a beginning trader or intermediate trader. Anybody that's been trading 1 to 3 years in that range, but you're still struggling, inbox me. I can set you on your way. I typically have, as you can see today, my reads on my trades. I typically have about an 80% win rate on average. Sometimes it's higher than that if I'm disciplined, but you know, high win rate doesn't always equal making money on the day if you hold your losses too long. But if you're interested in learning how to trade, if you're looking for a mentor, inbox me or comment in the video comments below, mentor, and I'll be sure to reach out to you. All right, guys.